Can I trade go up just for a moment? Guys and girls, whether you're an adult or not, there's a lot of people that say some good stuff to stroke your ego, not because any of it's true. You so fine, you so pretty, you so handsome. I'm not kidding you, maybe all of that and a bag of chips. But 9 times out of 10, if they see the purpose and the potential in you. And so what they say, so what they do is they come crazy to you. Man, let's do this, try this, man, we cool, we all this, let's do this, and let's do that, let's be bad, let's do this. Yeah, what they doing is they don't have any purpose and they don't see anything in themselves. And instead of being alone, they try to get so many people involved because in the world system, the more you have, the more people you have around you, the more the less seems to be okay. That's why they come to you. They know you got good parents. They know you grow up in the church. And some of them really want you to get in the mess. So that when your mother and your father and your grandmother pray you out the mess, then they'll know themselves how to get out the mess. Because they don't know how to get out the mess. All they know how to do is engraft you into it. You got to set perimeters. You want to date? I'm talking about anybody. See, you got to set perimeters. When I was growing up, I gotta go. When I was growing up, there's some people that do. There's some things you don't even go to that with. Because the perimeters have already been set. The perimeters and the guidelines and the boundaries have already been established. And if you have no perimeters, if you have no boundaries, I know the world said, oh, just be free and hang loose. But if you don't have no boundaries or guidelines, you also won't have any respect. People can push anything over on you and you become gullible just because you want to get along. You got to set some parameters. There are some things I'm just not going to do. There's some places I ain't going. There's just some folk I ain't going to hang around unless we go to church because I know they ain't up to no good. And they can't do no damage in church because there's enough power in church to cast the devil out. Chaos comes when things get out of place. If you're experiencing some kind of chaos in life, that means something's out of place. And you gotta first make sure God is in place. God is in place in your life. All right, I gotta go. Third thing and the final thing. If you want to come out of chaos, you gotta proclaim your vision. You gotta proclaim the parameter. And then you have to, the third thing, after, hold on just a moment, cliffhanger. When you go down to verse 28, that's where I am. God then, when he got things in order, when he got things in order, wait a minute, I got to stop for a moment. He set boundaries, he sets the night and the day, he sets the light, separates the water, he does all of that, he sets it in place, and then he fills the land. He sets a stage for his creation. In the first 3 days, he sets the backdrop of earth. Think of it as a play. Plays have And then the next 3 days, he put the actors in place. He put the fish in the sea. He put vegetation and fruit on the earth. And then he puts man in position. Wait a minute. All right. The third thing, if you want to come out of chaos, is you got to get in position. Not in any position, but in your God-given position. What he does is, I stop right there. The first 3 days, you got to get this, because God just spoke something to me. He sets the stage. And then after he sets the stage, he puts the things in place to occupy and to fulfill a purpose for the background that he just set. Let me say it like this. God, right now, is setting a stage for you. He's putting the backdrop in your situation. He's putting the thing together, the vision. He's putting the scenery together for your future, even as we speak. And after he sets the backdrop, then he's going to start filling it. Not only is he going to fill it with things you need, but he's going to put you right in the midst. That's what he did with man. After he separated, after he put prayer, he told him, he said, all right, now, get in the seat. Get in your position. Fruit, get in the ground. Get in your, are you getting it? And then he told man, get in the, somebody come to Bible study. Get in the garden. Which means, get in your, do you got it? Because I can't go further if you don't have it. Then, once, brings me to verse 28. Brings me to verse 28. Verse 28 says, once everything, including man, was in position, then he blessed them. Oh God, oh my God, oh my, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Once man and everything God desires to be in position, verse 28 says, and he blessed them. In other words, you don't see in this text where they were trying to pray for a blessing. They weren't going to the sanctuary to get a blessing. They weren't chasing no prophet to get a. Because once they got in position, the blessing followed. Oh my God, somebody better get it, somebody better get it. God never told you to chase a blessing. God never told you to run down a preacher for a blessing. But God said if you get it, the blessing will overtake you. If you get it, Lord, and come out of chaos, the blessing will follow you. I need to be blessed in that. No, you don't. You need to get in position where God positioned you to be. Because if you ever get into position, the blessing, you ain't got to wait on no blessing. You ain't got to cry for no blessing. You ain't got to beg God for a blessing. Once it was in place, that's why order is important, because God, see, we've been used to God blessing over our mess. That's why you got to seek a blessing, because you know you ain't in position to receive one just because you are a child of God. So you got to stand in the God welfare line, hoping that you done hit the right time of the month And he blessed them. To come out of chaos, you got to proclaim your vision. How do you want to see your house? How do you want to see your children? How do you want to see your grandchildren? How do you want to see your job? How do you want to see your future? How do you want to see your church? How do you want to see your town? Then you got to set boundaries. Because there's some things you're going to have a standard to maintain. There's certain blessings God cannot dish to you if he can't trust you to maintain the standard. And then once you get in position, not man's position. That's the problem now. We got folks seeking men position, the position of men. But God, I want you to put me in position. God, you tell me. That's why I like that song. Speak to me. And I'll say what you want me to say. I'll go where you want me to go. While I was speaking, God said, see, that's a trend setter. Y'all didn't know this, but Minister Bird wrote those first two songs they sung. Let me share something with you. What God spoke to me, I don't have nothing against it. But the time is coming that we stop singing everybody else's song. And it's time for somebody to sing our song. If you're going to have dominion, you can't always be following somebody else. You're going to have to step out, take a lead, and do some stuff you ain't done before. I don't care how crazy it may seem, but I'm a trendsetter. I'm a, oh my God. Because God is preparing me for something greater than just to be a follower. I've got to be a leader. So guess what? I got some creativity in me. I got some music in me. I got some lyrics in me. You gotta sit down, put it together, and somebody and tell them.
Hello, this is Dr. Matthew Smith of Word Alive World Ministries. I want to thank you for listening to our broadcast today. I hope you were empowered, enriched, and encouraged by the Word of God today. If you're in the Middletown or surrounding areas, I would like to extend to you an invitation to come worship with us every Sunday morning at 9 o'clock a.m. and Thursday evenings at 6:30 p.m. We're located at 6440 Hamilton Middletown Road in Middletown, Ohio, 45044. Come and be blessed by the Word of God.